Hi there, I'm KL Green and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a writing vlog which summarises August and September because I didn't do one at the end of August. And part of the reason for that is I haven't been writing or reading very much of anything. Let's just say that August and September have been quite difficult months. I've had a lot going on, there's been a lot of family stuff. And writing has just taken a back burner. And I've been doing this long enough to know that in the grand scheme of things, that's okay. Although I had all these plans, although I would like to have got more done, although I'm doing sort of this mill-wordy tracking challenge, at the end of the day, taking a couple of months to kind of go a bit slower and look after myself so that I can then come back is the best way for me to move forward. And I'd still planned to vlog even the months I didn't really write much, but at the end of August the idea of vlogging really wasn't top of my mind either. So here we are, it's October, it's the 9th as I record this. I'm sure it'll be a little bit later by the time it comes up. And I'm going to talk a little bit about how August and September have gone from the writing perspective. So, quick summary of August, I wrote 11,453 words. However, 8,500 of those were journaling. So I think I mentioned in June or July that I've started to do a bit of journaling for my mental health, particularly working around some of the situations in my personal life that have been stressful. I've been finding it really helpful, and because of the mill-wordy tracking challenge, I've been tracking those words as words written, despite the fact they're never going to get published anywhere. So I only wrote 2,000 to 3,000 words of what I would call kind of publishing related. So either my novel that I'm working on and plan to publish in the future, or Medium articles that I have published. Which wasn't too bad considering it was a month where I felt like I'd written nothing. I felt 3,000 words isn't actually like the worst. Like, I've definitely had 0 word months. So for me that was at least a win by itself, that I'd managed to kind of keep on top of things. I think I wrote most days. And if we look at the spreadsheet, I can actually see that there's only 5 days of August where I did not write something on my fiction project. And that was me continuing from July to try and write something of fiction every day. Some of those days I wrote 5 words, 8 words. You know, you can see that they're not great word writing days. They're not great days for increasing my word count immensely. However, there is just that sense of consistency and showing up, which was my main goal for August. Moving into September, I was surprised to see that I've managed 6,500 words. Although, again, when I actually look at how much of that was what I would call fiction writing or publishing related, author related, only 1,000 of it was author related. So 5,500 were journaling for my own personal kind of processing, mental health, etc. Again, it's been really interesting to be tracking that and to know that actually I've been writing most days, and I've written quite a lot. So some days I am writing probably an average, I haven't worked it out, but the average looks around 200-ish words a day of my journal, which I've now been writing in most days since June. So actually, if I were to add that time up spent writing, I feel like that's relevant for me to know. That's relevant particularly when I reflect back on this year and how much or little I managed to accomplish from my kind of publishing related work and author related work. Actually, it's really useful to know that I was still writing and I was still spending time with words, and the reason I haven't got words written for certain projects is because that time and that energy and that effort was clearly being put somewhere else. And as I say, that's where I'm at the moment. I've reached the point where I am accepting of it, at least for the most part now, and essentially I'm not putting any pressure on myself to return to writing my fiction or doing anything on top of this. October's always an interesting one because I have completed National Writing Month every November bar one since 2009. I've won the challenge every time I've done it. So I've hit the 50,000 or surpassed the 50,000 words each year that I've taken part. And yet, for the last few years, I've definitely found that although I love pretty much everything about the challenge and the community and the sense of spirit and kind of how motivated it makes me feel and how it gets me even more creative than I normally would be, the outcome is that I find that I've written words I don't like in a story that no longer really speaks to me. And therefore, the benefits of me partaking are definitely kind of dwindling each year. And last year I felt like it would be the perfect time to really go back to that creativity, to not have any expectations. I plotted out the book before I got to November, so in October I'd done Preptober. And still by the end of the month there was this sense of, oh well, I've kind of ruined the story now because I've had to like force out words and I've had to change the plot because I had to have something to write about. And that has always got me kind of, at the end of each November I decide I'm not going to do it again next year because it's causing me more stress than I'm gaining out of it. And then every October rolls round and I get so excited and I feel the hype. And as someone who's done it multiple years, it's now part of my writing identity that I do it. And it's been really interesting, now we're in the first week of October, to kind of see how I'm feeling about that, what ideas are coming up. I've started having new story ideas already. I've thought about different ways I could adapt my current work in progress that I'm working on anyway. So as this video stands, still not sure if I'm going to be doing Nanowrimo, but knowing me, I probably will, because that's what I do, even though I know that it's probably not the most sensible idea. So I am also thinking about how I can rebel this. So in terms of being a nano rebel, that is anyone who is not doing 50,000 words from scratch. So you start with 0 words in a fiction project that is one project throughout the month. I think those are the only official kind of rules. And then you're allowed to do the others, you're just then a nano rebel. And I've done that multiple years as well. So maybe thinking about, do I hybridize? Do I look at my non-fiction book? Do I rewrite something? Do I continue working on my work in progress that I'm already doing? Or do I just let myself have a year off again like I did in 2014, because there's a lot going on. Like, I've not been writing because there's been a lot going on in life. And again, I'm trying to think about it being okay, while also being so excited to see it and loving the community and wanting to be involved. So on the note of wanting to be involved, I will just say that I am actually participating in the Worldwide Write-a-thon, which is the 22nd to the 24th of October. So I will be co-hosting a live chat on Saturday, October 23rd, with Glory Writes the Blues, and our sort of topic, which is quite a loose topic, is around replenishing creative spoons when they get low. So thinking about my sort of other side of things where I talk about mental health, well-being, creativity, motivation and productivity. I'm really looking forward to this chat and it should be great fun. And again, it's just something the week before Nanowrimo begins, hanging out with other writers who want to talk about writing and creativity. So I will pop all the links below and make sure you come and join us and say hi if you're able to come to that chat live. As for October goals, essentially my goals are work out if I want to do Nanowrimo and how I want to do it if I do, and if not, just refocus really on what I would like to do for November. So I'm always taking October as a bit of a step back. Things are calming down on a personal level now, but I also don't want to like jump straight back to expecting myself to do all the things I used to do, because actually there's been this period of time where I've not done it. I've not been writing, I've not been reading. So for me, October is that space to reconsider my goals, check in about what I actually want to do before the end of the year, and kind of come up with a bit more of a plan for that. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I would love to know what your October goals are. Are you planning to do Nanowrimo? Do you do Preptober? Do you know about the Worldwide Write-a-thon? Are there certain things that you're excited for that are coming up in the next month or two? Please share them down below in the comments. I will hopefully see some of you at the Write-a-thon. Otherwise, I will see the rest of you in the next vlog. Bye!